Hello, guys. Welcome to Football Fandom UK. Apologies, I'm a few minutes late. Couldn't get the game, or couldn't find the game, should I say? When these preseason games being played all over the place, it's an absolute nightmare trying to find them. So we are 5 minutes in. Newcastle have just scored, and it's actually a defensive mistake from Arsenal. So ball now played out wide on that far side. Arsenal now with the possession. It's just cut back. Arsenal now with the possession on the halfway line. Hope you guys doing well this afternoon. Welcome to the show if you are just joining us. Ball chipped forward down the field. Now it's knocked back in the direction it came from. Newcastle now trying to get on the attack. And I say, they worked it forward on that far side, but ended up running it out of play there. So throwing on the far side now for Arsenal. Ball played back to the edge of their own box. And it's worked forward down the centre of the field. Newcastle just backing up here. Arsenal work it out wide on that far side. Now racing towards the edge of the box, just cutting it back slightly there as Newcastle come to press the ball. Now the ball whipped into the box. It's headed on by Arsenal, but that's gone over the top of the crossbar. Havertz with a header. Just couldn't quite get it on target, but it did come in from quite a distance, and he was being man marked by the Newcastle defender. Now Newcastle playing out from the back, it's chipped out wide on that far side. They couldn't keep that in play. It's gone out for a goal, for a throw in on that far side. Now the ball played back to the halfway line. Newcastle just happy to sit off at the moment as Arsenal enjoy this spell of possession. Now the ball worked out wide on that far side. It's worked forward here as Arsenal trying to create some problems for Newcastle. They've managed to work through the press there. Now the ball played into the box. It's crossed in, knocked away. Not clear. Well, it's not fully cleared as Arsenal win another shot there, but eventually the ball is knocked away and it's gone out of play on that far side. Well, a very lively start to this game, guys. Now Arsenal playing it out to this near side. Newcastle coming to challenge. Just cut back there as the Newcastle player left in a bundle, but Arsenal still with the possession. It's worked out to that far side. Now cut back into the middle. Ball chipped forward, headed away by Newcastle. Arsenal regain the possession further up the field. Now Arsenal just playing it back to the goalkeeper. Stevie with us saying hi, Gaz and chat. How's it going, Stevie? Hope you well, mate. Now the ball chipped long out to that far. Sorry, guys. Out to that far side, and that's just got away from them there. It's gone out of play. So goal kick now for Newcastle. Ball played forward down the centre. Now it comes out to this near side. Newcastle charging forward here as they win it back, trying to get on the attack, but held up there as Arsenal try to challenge. Newcastle now playing it into the middle. Now coming forward. Ball worked out to this near side. Quickly moving up the field here. Ball played up towards the edge of the box as they take it to the byline. It's cut back slightly. And the ball crossed into the box out to that far side. Newcastle crossing it in now. It's knocked away by Arsenal, but not cleared as Arsenal. Well, Newcastle getting the shot off there from the edge of the box. And the Arsenal goalkeeper managing to get down and make the save. Now quickly getting on the attack as Arsenal racing down this near side. Working up towards the edge of the box. Newcastle challenge. Arsenal just managing to retain it. They cut it back there. Play back into the middle. Now ball worked out wide on that far side. Cut back there as Arsenal now just outside the box. Again, working it forward on that far side, taking it right to the byline here. Newcastle challenge as they come away with it. Now it's not long down the field. Intercepted there by the Arsenal goalkeeper, but he didn't keep it under control. He's actually ended up deflecting it out of play on this near side for a throw-in. So that's going to be a throw-in on this near side of the field. He should have dealt with that better, the keeper. Now Newcastle playing it back to the halfway line. It's worked out wide on that far side. Ball chipped forward, and that's a poor ball as it's gone straight out of play, that for a throw-in. So Arsenal with a throw-in midway inside their own half of the field on that far side. Now the ball played back to the edge of the Arsenal box. It's cut into the middle here. Newcastle challenge for it. Arsenal managing to retain the possession. Now just playing it out towards this near side. Ball played forward back into the middle. Newcastle pressing well from the front here as Arsenal knock it long down the field out towards this near side. Saka now racing towards the edge of the box. Newcastle sticking with him here as he takes it to the byline. Ball crossed in. It's knocked away, not cleared. And Arsenal follow-up shots, but they blazed it over the top of the crossbar. Well, it's certainly an end-to-end game, guys. So I think it was White with the ball blazed over the top of the crossbar. Now Newcastle to play out from the back. It's worked out wide on this near side. Ball played forward. Arsenal challenge for it. There's a coming together there. No foul. Oh, yep, the foul has been given by the referee. So free kick to Newcastle on this near side of the field. Now Newcastle playing the ball back to the edge of their own box. It's knocked forward down the centre. Intercepted there by Arsenal. Arsenal just playing it back to the goalkeeper. Now it's worked into the middle of the park. Ball played forward. Wondered what that was then. Birds outside. Now Newcastle just working the ball back to the goalkeeper. It's chipped out to this near side. Just you couldn't keep it under control there. He's ended up heading it out of play. And that's going to be a throw in on this near side to Arsenal, deep inside the Newcastle half. Ball back in play. It's crossed into the box, headed away. As Arsenal knock it long back into the box, but the goalkeeper comes to intercept it, and that relieves the pressure momentarily for Newcastle. Now the ball on the edge of the Newcastle box as they try and come forward. It's chipped up the field. Arsenal try and challenge for it, blasting it back down the field, but Pope manages to intercept it as the Newcastle goalkeeper now quickly plays it out wide on that far side, but the referee's going to stop the players. We've got an Arsenal player down here, but looks like he's just tying his laces. So we're just waiting for the play to get back underway here, unfortunately, guys. This player down, faffing about with his boots right in the middle of the field, so the referee stopped the game. Now we're back underway. It's played out wide on this near side. Newcastle now chipping the ball down the field. It's won back by Arsenal just inside their own half of the field. Now Arsenal trying to come forward. It's worked out wide again on this near side. Now just cutting it back into the middle as they switch the play out to that far side. Now working it up towards the edge of the box here as Newcastle try and challenge. And they've managed to come away with it here, Newcastle. Now Newcastle charging forward on that far side. Quickly racing up towards the halfway line. Ball played in behind the Arsenal defence here as Newcastle coming in from that far side. It's cut back, shot comes in. Goalkeeper spills it. And Arsenal forced to knock it behind. That's going to be a corner to Newcastle. So going to be a corner to Arsenal on this near side. To Newcastle. Sorry, on this near side of the field. Trippier to take it. That was a good counter attack, to be fair, from Newcastle. So we're still waiting for this corner, guys. So corner to be taken now. Get on with it, lad. Oh, we've got some handbags going on in the box here. Nice, Luis Skellis and Jamal Lascelles having a bit of a coming together there. The referee just having a word with both players. So we're waiting for this corner. Just to let you guys know, guys, we're on 28 and a half minutes gone. It's Arsenal 0, Newcastle 1. Finally, we get the corner. Ball whipped into the box, headed away. Newcastle winning it back outside the box, knocking it towards goal there. It's blocked off. That's Arsenal now come away with it, knocking the ball long down the field out to that far side. It's headed on by Newcastle as that rolls out of play. That's going to be a throw in on the far side. So throw in now to Arsenal. Ball back in play. Play back to the edge of their own box here. So eventually work it all the way back to the goalkeeper. Now Arsenal, well, he's chipped it out towards that far side, the keeper, and Arsenal couldn't keep the ball under control. They've ended up deflecting it out of play, and that's going to be another Newcastle throwing on that far side, deep inside the Arsenal half. Throwing taken quickly. Now Newcastle trying to work it into the box here. Forced to cut it back under pressure as it's played into the centre circle. Now switching the play out to this near side as they try and come forward here, but Arsenal pressing to win it back, forcing Newcastle to play it back to the halfway line. Now it's switched out to that far side. Ball played forward. It's intercepted by Arsenal. Now Arsenal trying to get on the attack, knocking the ball down the field, but it's intercepted there by Newcastle. And now Newcastle trying to get on the attack. Ball quickly played back into the middle. Now they switch it out to this near side. Arsenal trying to challenge. Newcastle just managed to retain the possession. It's played all the way back to the goalkeeper there. Now the ball worked out wide on that far side. It's played forward. Arsenal trying to challenge. The referee has blown for a foul there, so free kick to Newcastle on that far side, midway inside their own half of the field. Free kick taken short. It's just played all the way back to the goalkeeper there. Now the keeper knocks it out wide to this near side. It's headed on. Arsenal just managing to intercept it there as they play it all the way back to their own keeper. Now the ball chipped out to that far side. It's headed on. That's gone out of play for a throw-in. Ball crossed in. The Arsenal keeper comes to intercept that comfortably. Now Arsenal playing it out wide on this near side, coming forward and racing into the Newcastle half here. Newcastle trying to challenge. Arsenal still coming as they try and play it forward there. It's won back by Newcastle, and now Newcastle on the attack. We've got an Arsenal player down. The referee, is he stopping the play here? Newcastle knocked the ball out of play on this near side. And it's Saka that's down on the ground. Well, good sportsmanship there by Newcastle, knocking the ball out of the play. I think it was just a coming together, to be fair. It's nothing nasty in it. It's just a coming together. But Saka not getting back to his feet with a little knock to the head. Newcastle doing the sportsman-like conduct, knocking it out of play to allow Saka to receive treatment. The players coming across to have a water break here while they're stopping play. Also, some ice packs coming out for a few knocks and niggles. So the Arsenal players there just getting some instructions of Arteta, who was quite animated in spells of that first 20-25 minutes on the touchline. Newcastle also getting some instructions as well. Jamie is with us. Jamie saying, "Hey up, guys, how are you in Beckett?" Yep, not too bad, thank you, mate. Hope you and Megan are well. Welcome to the show, Jamie. Pleasure to have you with us. So possession now, 59% Arsenal, 41% Newcastle. Saka's back to his feet, so we're going to be getting back underway. Jamie saying, all right, Stevie, I hope you're well. Thank you, Jamie. Top man, loving the positive vibes. Ball now worked out to this near side. It's played back to the goalkeeper. Newcastle now with the possession. Jamie saying 2-1 to Newcastle. Good shout. Well, it's 1-0 to Newcastle at the moment. Ball played all the way back to the Arsenal goalkeeper there. As now Arsenal trying to come forward. Hope you're having a good weekend, Jamie. Ball knocked up towards the edge of the box here. As Saka now coming into the box. Squeezed out there by Newcastle. But Arsenal managing to win back the possession outside the box. And Jamie is saying, we're doing great. Thank you, Gaz. Good to hear, mate. Good to hear. And Jamie's saying, we're having some bad internet problems yesterday and today. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, mate. Well, I've been dealing with some internet gremlins myself, but it's not been connection problems. It's been more to do with the platform that I use, the Restream. It's been causing all sorts of problems, and it's really peed me off, to be honest, because it disconnected us the other day when we did that Hibs game. One of the best streams we've done since the end of last season. And Restream decided to disconnect it and restart it, so we didn't get any monetization for it, which was a real pain in the ass. Because a lot of streams, as you know, Jamie, earn only peanuts and pennies. When we get a busy stream like that, it's actually a chance for the channel to earn a little bit better than pennies. So it's really annoying that Restream decided to disconnect it. So we've got a free kick here. It's about 30 yards out for Arsenal. Jamie's saying it's been okay. Thanks, pal. Hope you having a nice weekend. Just really busy, Jamie. I've got, like I said, I don't want to get into it now on the show, but I've got so much going on. It's unbelievable. I don't want to talk about the negatives though right now. Now Arsenal with this free kick. Ball chipped into the box. It's not a good delivery. That's gone behind and out of play. That's going to be a goal kick. Well, Arsenal just don't seem to be clicking at the moment in this game. Jamie is saying, "Oh shit, sorry to hear that, Gaz." Nah, it's just part of building YouTube, unfortunately. But it's a problem that I should. It's a problem that's annoying because the only reason I reuse this restream is to highlight the comments for you guys that are fan dinners. If I use YouTube, I wouldn't have that problem. But the problem with the problem with live streaming directly through YouTube is it doesn't allow me to highlight the comments. So just to be able to highlight the comments of the fan den community, I use Restream. But Restream is, like I say, I'm not impressed with it. They're advertising it as a great platform. You can do this, you can do that, but what they don't tell you is that it will occasionally just kick you out, and then you've got to re-log in. And when you do that, it sets everything as fresh. So all the stuff that you've typed in previously for it to be linked correctly to the channel and everything else, it gets rid of all that and just starts it as a fresh. So then you don't know nothing about it until you've ended the stream. You know what I mean? So yeah, it is. I'm just becoming very frustrated with the with the unnecessary headaches coming from using Restream. But it is what it is. But thank you, mate. Appreciate it, Jamie. Well, yeah, it does make it annoying when it's a problem that could be avoided. Because, like I say, if I just streamed directly through YouTube, I wouldn't have to deal with the gremlins of Restream. But at the same time, I wouldn't be able to highlight the comments from you guys. Now the ball played down this near side as we're back underway. We just had the official water break there. So, yeah, if you've been having internet problems, Jamie, that would explain why you disappeared yesterday. I think in the second half, wasn't it? With what game did I do yesterday? The Hearts Sunderland game, wasn't it? Yeah. Dave said, what did he say? He said something about you going to Colombia for the coffee beans. That was it. Yeah, because you disappeared. Where's Jamie gone? He said he's gone to Colombia for the coffee beans. Now Arsenal on the attack. Ball played into the box here as Arsenal with a shot. Oh, they squeezed it in past the goalkeeper at the far post. Well, Newcastle were scrambling about there, trying to make challenges. But in the end, Arsenal managed to squeeze in. Let's just see this again. It came from down that far side. Newcastle with the possession, got mugged on that far side. Arsenal quickly played it into the box. It was knocked on. It's actually a back heel, and it's Mourinho with the shot on goal, sliding it into the far corner of the net, squeezing it just past the goalkeeper. So that makes it 1-1, guys. Just coming up to 34 minutes gone. Arsenal 1, Newcastle 1. Now the ball with Newcastle on that far side. It's knocked down the field. Headed back in the direction it came from. Well, we've got some coming together there on that far side. The referee stopping the play. Free kick now for Arsenal, taken quickly. Arsenal now whipping it into the box. Ball smashed into the back of the net. Is it an own goal? I think it's an own goal there. Well, in a matter of literally 60 seconds, Arsenal have managed to turn it around. They were 1-0 down. Now they're 2-1 up. I'm sure that was an own goal. Just want to see the replay. Looks like Murphy ended up deflecting it into the back of his own net. Yeah, he's actually kicked it into the back of his own net. Well, he'll be disappointed with that. So that makes it 2-1 to Arsenal. Second goal coming from an own goal from Murphy. What was he thinking there? Jamie is saying, Hearts v Sunderland, you did. My internet just gone off and it's still not back on. Megan is on the phone to them now. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Jamie. Sounds like you're having some real problems there by the sounds of it, mate. I hope you get it sorted soon. Now the ball played all the way back to the halfway line. Jamie is saying, I can't see Arsenal doing anything this season, sorry to say. Gunners fans. Do you not think? Well, they've just signed one of the most in-form strikers in Europe yesterday. I heard that they've got that across the line. I think it's about £65 million they paid for him. And apparently his stats were better than Haaland and also Mo Salah. Apparently came top of the goal scoring. I think it was 50 goals or something he scored last season, smashing everybody else's record. So we'll see how he does. Obviously, that's in a different league. I can't remember where they've got him from. I think is it Portugal? I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it. But yeah, I was hearing about it last night that apparently he's got the highest scoring record in Europe last season, outscoring every other striker. Jamie's saying, who Arsenal did? I didn't know that. Well, you wouldn't, Jamie, if the internet's been off, mate. I think it only went through yesterday or the day before. I'm sure it was yesterday I was found out about it. So if it only went through the transfer yesterday and you've had your internet off, then that would explain why you didn't know about it, mate. But yeah, they've been faffing about Arsenal all summer trying to do a deal for a striker. And why they hadn't moved faster to get it sorted, I don't know. But it was announced. I'm sure it was yesterday or the day before. It was announced that they got the deal over the line, and the striker they've got, like I say, he's had one of the best records across Europe last season. But that was I can't remember. I'm sure it's Portugal. They've got him from. But obviously, the question is, as we all know, can you do it in the Premier League? It's all right coming from a different league with a top record of goal scoring, but the Premier League obviously is a different animal, as they say. Martin Zubit, I can't pronounce his name. He's just been booked with a yellow card. Now the ball worked out wide on this near side as Arsenal trying to come forward. Jamie is saying thanks. Thank you letting me know, Gaz, top man. No worries, mate. My pleasure. I'm sure if your internet had been working fine, you'd have probably found out about it, mate. Ball back with the Newcastle goalkeeper there. Johnny is with us. Johnny saying, all right. How you doing, Johnny? Welcome to the show, mate. Pleasure to have you with us. And Johnny saying, what's the score? At the moment, we are just coming up to 39 minutes gone. It's Arsenal 2, Newcastle 1. Don't forget, guys, please do hit that like button if you could. Thank you very much if you have already. Newcastle now coming forward on this near side, working the ball up towards the edge of the box here. Arsenal trying to challenge. Newcastle still coming. Nice 1-2. Shot comes in, and he's placed it over the top of the crossbar. So, yep, 2-1 at the moment to Arsenal. Newcastle were ahead, but 2 goals in a matter of minutes for Arsenal sees them take the lead, and one of those goals coming from Murphy as an own goal. Jamie saying, hello, Johnny. Hope you're well, pal. Top man. Thank you, Jamie. Johnny saying, you all right, Jamie, mate? Thank you, Johnny. Loving the positive vibes, guys. And Johnny saying, I'm well, pal. Jamie saying, Johnny, 2-1 to Gunners. Thank you, Jamie. And Johnny saying, just in after walking the dogs there. No worries, Johnny. Welcome to the show, mate. Hope you enjoyed the walk with the dogs. Now the ball knocked up the field. Arsenal coming again here. Oh, they've lost it there as Newcastle win it back. Newcastle just cutting it back, playing it all the way back to the goalkeeper. Now it's played forward on that far side, headed on. It's going out a play on that far side as that's gone out for a throw-in. Now the ball back into the middle. It's played out on this near side as Newcastle coming forward here. Quickly moving the ball up towards the edge of the box. It's just cut back slightly as now they work it back into the middle. Ball crossed into the box here as it's right towards the byline. Newcastle coming in from that far side. Arsenal scrambling to get back, but the ball deflected behind and out of play. Jamie is saying, Johnny, I'm okay, thanks, mate. Good to hear, Jamie. And Johnny's saying, who scored, mate? Oh, I'm off the top of my head, I can't remember, mate. I've just been concentrating on commentating on the game, to be honest. I had some technical problems when I started the game, so I've just been trying to get my head into it. I'm really focused on who scored. Now, Arsenal coming forward on this near side, racing up the field. Newcastle trying to challenge. Arsenal just forced to cut it back there as they play it back to the edge of the centre circle. Still Newcastle nipping at their heels. Arsenal managing to retain it though. It's now they switch the play out to that far side, coming towards the edge of the box here. It's looking to get the cross in, but Newcastle trying to block it off there. Arsenal still with the possession on that far side. Now the ball cut back, it's crossed in, it's deep, and the goalkeeper manages to intercept that, and that relieves the pressure momentarily for Newcastle. Johnny's saying, don't worry, I always do. And Johnny is saying, is this in some Asian country? I seen them play there the other day. Yep, it's in Singapore, mate. Being played in the Singapore National Stadium. Now the ball played out wide on that far side for Newcastle. Just cut back there. Oh, it's played forward as now Arsenal win it back, and Arsenal trying to get on the attack there. As they play it forward, it's knocked away by Newcastle, who intercept it. Ball comes out to this near side as the ball not long, and there's a coming together there. The referee blows for the foul. That's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. So, yeah, a free kick coming for Arsenal for the coming together on this near side. Sorry, guys, just had to refresh that then. It's just been a little bit glitchy. Hopefully that sorts it out. Now, Arsenal with the possession, just playing it back to the edge of their own box. They now working into the middle of the park. It's worked out towards that far side. Ball just cut back there. It's played back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper knocks it out wide on that far side. He's gifted possession there to Newcastle. Now Newcastle trying to get on the attack as Arsenal make the challenge there, right on the edge of the box as they're coming together, and the referee blows for the foul. Johnny is saying, "What's the thoughts? What's the thoughts on this whole Isaac to Liverpool saga? I think he will put an end to it. I think he will put an end to it by signing a new long-term contract with the Magpies." Um, it's hard. It's hard to make sense of it, to be honest, because we don't know what's the truth. We don't know what's obviously being reported as the truth. Obviously, at first, when it was first being reported, um, the player didn't come out and say anything or pushed for the move, did he? He just kept quiet. From what we heard, there weren't no issues at the club or anything like that. Um, but yeah, I'm trying to get it out here. We've got a free kick here. I'll come back to that in a moment, Johnny, because we're almost on half time here. Three minutes have been added on. We've got a Newcastle free kick on that far side. Ball. Well, I was just about to take the free kick, but I think the referee's making him retake it here. But yeah, sorry, Johnny. I'll come back to that in a minute because there's a couple of points I was going to make about the Isaac situation. Well, that's a wasted opportunity for Newcastle. It's gone behind and out of play, and that's now going to be a goal kick for Arsenal. Oh, okay, no worries. Johnny's saying away to get my dinner. Pal, be back soon. No worries, Johnny. All right, mate. No worries. Thank you for dropping in. Hopefully, see you again later. But if not, best wishes to you and to your family. Take care, mate. Now the ball worked out wide on that far side. That's Arsenal trying to come forward here. Just cut back into the middle. And Jamie is saying, Johnny, it's hard, mate, because we don't know the truth about it. Yeah, I'll make my point about the Isaac situation in a minute. We're like I say, we're almost on the halfway line. But yeah, you're right, Jamie. It's that hard knowing all the details. So coming together on that far side, and Jamie saying, "Okay, Johnny, mate, top man, thank you, Jamie." Now the ball with Arsenal on this near side and trying to come forward here. Newcastle coming to press the ball. Played all the way back to the edge of their own box there. Now knocking it forward down the centre. It's played out wide on that far side. Ball knocked up the field. And it's eventually it's been deflected out of play on that far side for a throw-in. So throwing to Arsenal on that far side, deep inside the Newcastle half. It's about 5 yards from the corner flag. Actually, a bit more. Get on with it, Arsenal. Ball thrown in. And the goalkeeper comes to intercept that. And that relieves the pressure momentarily. As the referee blows for the half-time whistle. So half-time, it's finished. It's half-time. It's Arsenal 2, Newcastle 1. So all to play for in the second half. Obviously, I'm going to check if we've got any pre-season friendly at the match stats here. I'm not sure if we will. We'll check. Have we got it or not? It's always a lottery at pre. Oh, yeah, we have. We have. So we can have a look at the halftime stats. Let's get rid of that. Just bear with me a second, guys. Here we go. So here's how the first half has gone in numbers. Total shots, 5 for Arsenal, 6 for Newcastle. Shots on target, 1 for Arsenal, 3 for Newcastle. Possession, 58% for Arsenal, 42% for Newcastle. Passes, 204 for Arsenal, 151 for Newcastle. Sorry, guys. Pass accuracy, 83% for Arsenal, 81% for Newcastle. Fouls, 5 for Arsenal, 4 for Newcastle. Yellow cards, 1 for Arsenal, 1 for Newcastle. Red cards, none. Offsides, none. And corners, 3 for Arsenal, 1 for Newcastle. So there you go. There you go, guys. That's how that first half has gone in numbers. Stupid microphone. either too low or too high. It's never right. It's always annoying. Um, so there you go, guys. Yeah, with regards to the Isaac situation, so as I understand it, Liverpool made an unofficial approach to Newcastle. In other words, they showed their interest, but didn't make it official. Apparently, obviously, there's a lot being said about it that the players spoken to Liverpool, but obviously Newcastle haven't officially given permission to talk to the players. So that arguably that's not right because they've not done it in the correct manner. Um, but the point is, if Newcastle have been informed in any way, shape, or form that Liverpool were interested in, and let's be honest, Liverpool should make it official so that Newcastle know where they stand, that the club that Liverpool are genuinely interested. Not it's not just paper talk. But I'm sure even if Liverpool haven't made it official, I'm sure Newcastle have got their sources to know whether Liverpool are genuinely interested or whether this is all just media crap. Um, but what I would say about the Isaac situation, guys, is this. If the player wanted to go, as soon as the interest was being made from Liverpool, he should have made it known to Newcastle. I've got no problem with the player wanting to move to another club. My issue with it is the players deciding to leave it late in the transfer window to now start chucking his toys out the pram that he wants to go, because he's put Newcastle now in a really crappy situation. Um, Obviously, he's trying to push for the move, which like I say, I have no problem with that. But why didn't he push for the move earlier in the transfer window when the transfer was first being talked about? Plus the fact the player has waited until Liverpool have gone and looked elsewhere before he's come out and said that I want to leave, which is another, that's just so selfish of the player. Now, apparently, so I understand it, the player's got 3 years on his contract, and he's said that he wants to move to Newcastle, but from Newcastle, but he hasn't put in an official transfer request. Now, if you guys are wondering what the hell does that matter? It matters, because if he puts in his official transfer request, he misses out on bonuses that are in his contract with Newcastle. So, in other words, he's kicking up he's kicking up a fuss, wanting to leave, but yet he's not made it official because he doesn't want to miss out on bonuses. So, not only is he disrespecting Newcastle by leaving it late in the transfer window to announce that he wants the move, or that he wants to look at other options, as it's being reported that he wants to explore other options. He's done that late in the transfer window. On top of that, he's not made it official, so then Newcastle can't, save money on his bonuses. So it's all about me, myself, and I. This is the problem with today's football. You have too many of these high profile players on extraordinary money, thinking entirely about themselves. You know what I mean? He could have made it known earlier in the window that he wanted to go, which would have given Newcastle time to adjust to the thinking. Now, I'm not saying maybe Newcastle knew. I don't know. But he should have made it clear that he wanted to leave. Now, obviously, there's fans saying, oh, it's because Newcastle won't give him the payment that he needs, or the payment that he wants, because he deserves more money. Well, no offense, guys, but we've seen it with Liverpool. Liverpool have been bullied into upping their wage bill to accommodate Mo Salah, and to accommodate, obviously, other players within the squad that want high money. Why should we have players bullying clubs into paying more money than they want to pay? A wage structure is there for a reason, to keep the club financially balanced. And what we're seeing in recent years is players having more and more power, and now bullying clubs into spending more than they want to on wages, just because the player can go, well, either give me £300,000, or I'll go to PSG, or I'll go to Real Madrid, or I'll go to Barcelona, or I'll go to Manchester United, and they'll give it me. So you got players bullying clubs into giving them the payments that they want of a weekly wage, just because the player can turn around and go, well, I'm going elsewhere. Now, maybe Newcastle want to give him that money, but the question is, can they give him that money? Maybe they don't want to give him that money because they're already struggling to compete with the big clubs in the transfer market. So by giving players stupidly high wages, it means they're going to struggle even more, because Newcastle, as we know, are a big club, make a lot of money, but they're not what you call a global club in respect to like the way Man United and Liverpool and Arsenal are globally attracting fans. I'm not saying Newcastle haven't got fans around the world. We know they have, but they're not in the same bracket as Liverpool and Man United as far as global appeal. So therefore, they don't get the same kind of income. Do you get what I mean? So they've got to maybe budget their spending better so that um, they don't breach this FFP nonsense. Um, Jamie is saying I can see Newcastle doing something this season. Do you think so, mate? Jamie also saying can't Liverpool get in trouble for talking to him or having a point taken off them before season start? In theory, you're right, Jamie. Yep, they should. They should, but as I keep learning, what Liverpool have done is the norm. Even though it's not allowed, even though they're not supposed to speak to the player without Newcastle permission, it's the norm. It's going on. You think that Trent moved from Liverpool without speaking to Real Madrid first? Do you know what I mean? All these clubs, all these big clubs are all up to it. They're all doing it. Even though they're not supposed to, they're all doing it and speaking to players behind the scenes and doing it indirectly through agents and through relatives and things like that. So you can't condemn Liverpool for doing something that every other club's doing. And Real Madrid have just done it to them with Alexander Arnold Trent. So you can't blame Liverpool for doing it to Newcastle. And Newcastle have done it to other clubs. Newcastle did it a few years ago when they wanted um, a manager. Was it? I can't remember. A few years back, was it Steve Bruce? They were accused of talking to him behind the scenes, off, without Sheffield Wednesday or Sheffield United's permission. I can't remember. Was it Sheffield United or Sheffield Wednesday? Or was it? It was that. I can't remember. You should know about this, Jamie. So the point, what I'm saying is, all clubs are doing it. So you are right. Liverpool technically should be in trouble for doing it, but every club is doing it. Every club is speaking to players behind the club's back of the club that they own without permission. And arguably, as you say, it's not supposed to be done. But as long as every club's doing it and the Football Association don't clamp down on it, it's going to continue to happen, isn't it? So, yep, you're right, mate. You're right. Anyway, guys, I'm just going to quickly grab a drink while it's the half-time break because we will be back underway in a moment. But yep, there you go. If you want to back that up and hear what I've just said about the Isaac situation, just back up the stream a little bit and obviously listen to what I had to say and share your thoughts with us of what you think, guys. So I'm just seeing if I didn't have the radar on that first half. I'm just seeing if it's possible to get it. Oh, there we go. Oh, it is. It's there's the radar, so we should be able to have the radar in the second half. Um, Jamie is saying, I always thought if a player got a deal for a long season with them, I thought them can't do nothing until the contract runs out. Well, yeah, absolutely. You know that, Jamie. That's supposed to be the way it works. But as we know, players are getting more and more power now. So if a player decides he wants to leave and tells the club he wants to leave, then he can make life difficult. Look at what happened with Van Dijk at Southampton. He was at Southampton, made it clear he wanted to leave to go to Liverpool, and Southampton had to isolate him and put him in solo training because they didn't want him upsetting the rest of the squad or disrupting the rest of the squad. So, yep, you make a good point, Jamie. Like I said, I'll speak a bit more about this in a moment when I come back. I just want to grab a drink, guys, before the second half starts because I'm on my own this afternoon. So I'll be back in a moment, guys. Keep your comments coming. Sorry about that, guys. A bit tired today, so just wanted another coffee to help me wake up a bit. So we're underway for the second half. Johnny's back with us. Johnny's saying back. Welcome back, Johnny. And Jamie's saying welcome back, pal. Awesome. Loving the positive vibes. Thank you, mate. Jamie is saying it was Sheffield Wednesday, Gaz. You are right. Yep, it was. That's the one. Thank you, Jamie. Appreciated, mate. Now, Newcastle racing forward on that far side, quickly playing up towards the edge of the box here. Arsenal trying to challenge. Ball crossed in. It's knocked up into the air, not fully cleared as it's headed outside the box. Newcastle regain the possession. Now it's played out wide on this near side. And Jamie's saying, get yourself a drink. Thank you, Jamie. Appreciate it, mate. And Jamie's saying, going to Bog. Be right back. No worries, mate. No worries. Johnny's saying, just would be such a waste them going and getting that French striker and then replacing him straight away with Isaac. And I'm sure your French striker wouldn't be pleased with the bench. No, I'm sure he wouldn't. Absolutely. Yeah, you make a good point there, mate. There's a Arsenal player gone down here on the halfway line. It's Callum Fury. Ooh, this might be a knee injury or something. I think they're going to take him off. I'm just looking at how Callum Fury's injured himself. Jamie saying, Gads, we'll be back in a minute. Getting a drink. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, mate. Jamie is saying, welcome back, Gads, mate. Thank you. Thanks, Jamie. Appreciate it, mate. And Johnny is saying, yes, welcome back. Thank you, guys. Awesome. Appreciate it. So I don't know if you guys all heard what I said then about the Isaac situation, but if you didn't, just back it up a bit. Did I express some opinion on it during the half-time break? Now, Arsenal coming forward on that far side. Newcastle pressing to win it back. Arsenal now with a long crossfield ball out to this near side. So they couldn't keep the ball in play there. It's gone out for a throw into Newcastle, deep inside the Newcastle half. Now Arsenal winning it back. Odegaard coming into the box there. He gets the shot off, but the goalkeeper makes the save. Now the ball quickly played out wide on that far side. It's knocked forward, intercepted by Arsenal, and Arsenal have ended up deflecting it out of play under pressure, but they've got the throw in. Johnny is saying, unpopular opinion, Wurtzer won't be as good as many are predicting. Big leap from the Bundesliga to the Premier League. Some deny that, but to me, it's a big leap. Looked dry in pre-season, nothing special. I haven't actually seen him play anything for Liverpool in pre-season yet, or anything, mate. To be honest, but yeah, you could be right, or he might have you might be right. He might not be able to play as well as what he has in the Bundesliga. But there's also the other aspect of it as well, Johnny. He might actually do well in the Premier League, but he might need a year to settle in. To adjust to the Premier League. How many times have we seen big players signed for clubs and in the first season they just don't quite, they just don't quite settle. They don't quite find their best form, or they make a few mistakes or whatever. There's been plenty of clubs we've seen sign players that they expect to do really well, and in the first season they actually don't do that well. They take a year to settle in, and you start seeing their best form in the second year. Um, so yeah, there's that part about it as well. But yeah, you make a good point. It is a jump in quality to move to the Premier League from the Bundesliga, but there is some good clubs in the Bundesliga, so we can't underestimate the Bundesliga. There is some good clubs there, so there is some competition in the Bundesliga. But I take your point. But like I say, if anything, I would say maybe Liverpool fans getting carried away, thinking if they think he's gonna hit the ground running, they should remember former players that haven't hit the ground running. Now the ball on this near side, gone out for a throw in there. But yeah, good point made there by Johnny. Now Arsenal trying to work it forward on this near side. It's played into the middle. Odegaard coming from this down the centre, knocks it into the box. Arsenal cross it in, but I think he was offside there. And yep, the flag has gone up for offside. Jamie's saying that may be his season over before it started. Hope not, though. Yeah, absolutely well said, Jamie. Let's hope he makes a speedy recovery, because that could be a key injury for Arsenal, especially in defence, because Arsenal fans have been expressing that they feel they've got a good defence, but that it needs strengthening. So if they miss, if he's gone off with a serious injury, that could be a big miss for Arsenal for the start of the season. Now the ball chipped out wide on that far side. It's headed on. Newcastle winning back possession on that far side. Now trying to work it forward. Jamie's saying, be back up. He'd be back up. Thanks. Thank God. Oh, he's back up. Thank God. Yeah, they've took him off, though. Now the ball with Arsenal on that far side, trying to work it forward. Challenged by Newcastle. The referee blows for a foul. Free kick to Arsenal just outside the edge of the centre circle, inside the Newcastle half. Johnny's saying, yeah, you're right about that, Gaz. I wouldn't say every club is doing it, but the vast majority. Well, yeah, you know what I mean. Obviously, there'll be some clubs that do conduct themselves a bit more properly, but I'm just saying, generally, especially at the top level, a lot of clubs do. If you're talking to players, because I'm presuming that's what you're referring to, a lot of the big clubs at the top level do talk to players unofficially through agents and what have you, even though they haven't had actual permission. So I'm presuming that's what you're referring to, Johnny, what I said before. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. And Jamie is saying, Johnny, I don't think he played yet in pre-season, but got gave a player chance. Give him 1 or 2 seasons. He may be good. So we're waiting for this corner now to Arsenal on the far side. Ball crossed into the box. It's deep. Headed on, and that's gone wide. That's going to be a goal kick to Newcastle. Johnny is saying, yep, you're right. Really like that league. to be honest. Historic clubs like Stuttgart, Hamburg, etc., and the heavyweights like Dortmund and Bayern, etc., and the fans are top notch. Yeah, well, one of the things I like about the Bundesliga, mate, is the way that the clubs are managed. The rules in Germany is that an owner cannot own more than 49% of a club, so that 51% is always owned by the fans. That's a Bundesliga rule for all clubs in Germany, which I think is fantastic. We should introduce something like that over here, um, but they won't because of the money. That's why they won't. That's why they won't protect clubs like they do in Germany because they're more interested. Unfortunately, we live in a country that is obsessed with capitalism. Unfortunately, the government don't believe in protecting historic heritage clubs like Germany does, so they allow capitalism to basically put our football clubs at risk. Love to know your thoughts on these FFP rules, though, guys. Let me know your thoughts because for me, I don't think it's working. The idea of it was to stop clubs spending too much money and also to try and the make it so that clubs like Man City couldn't just outspend everybody. But it's not working because all you're seeing is um, it's keeping the monopoly of the big powerful clubs because they got more money coming in, so they can spend more money. So it's actually working against um, fair competition, in my opinion. Oh, Newcastle with a shot! Oh, it's into the back of the net. Newcastle with a shot from outside the box as they level the score. 58 minutes gone. Arsenal 2, Newcastle 2. Game on. Johnny is saying he played the full 90 against Milan. Jamie looked very dry in that one, in my opinion, pal. All right, fair enough. Well, in fairness, it's a bit hard to judge him in pre-season because he might obviously got to give him a bit of time to get to know his teammates and get himself fully match fit. But you're right, you are right, Johnny. He might not be as good in the Premier League as what some fans think he's going to be. And he also, in my opinion, I think fans are deluded if they think that he's just going to suddenly magically turn it on for Liverpool. He might take 12 months to settle in before he starts showing his best football, especially moving to a new country, new culture, new surroundings. He speaks good English anyway, so that's not going to be a problem. But he may take the time to settle in. We'll have to wait and see. Jamie is saying Blades looking for a new goalkeeper from QPR. Ah, right, cool. Oh, you guys had a decent keeper. Jamie's saying, Johnny, I didn't see that. My bad, pal. That was played yesterday, wasn't it? Yesterday, dinner time. Johnny saying, no worries at all, mate. Top man. Thank you, Johnny. And Johnny saying, oh, I didn't know that, Gaz. Interesting. Oh, about the clubs in Germany. Yeah, yeah, mate. It's been that's been like that for quite a while. They have a rule in Germany, like I say, no owner. So, like, let's say the Glazers or whatever. Let's say the Glazers sold Man United and wanted to buy a German club. They would only be allowed to buy 49% of a German club. That's the rule. The rule is that fans own 51%, and owners are only allowed to own a maximum of 49%. The idea being that an owner never has uh, total control of a football club. That fans always have some kind of input. But yeah, it's absolutely it's great that, isn't it, mate? Now the ball. We're just waiting for a free kick here. We just had a foul from Newcastle, so it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal just inside the Newcastle half. Jamie's saying, why can't England do something like that? By FA and government, just think about the money. It's a joke. I absolutely agree with you, Jamie. Absolutely agree with you. Like I said, unfortunately, that's what you get from living in a country that's obsessed with capitalism. In fact, I would say more than obsessed. The British government are fanatical about capitalism. Well, you're right, Jamie. It would be nice, but it'll never happen. Now the ball with Arsenal on this near side. They're chipping into the centre circle. Now Arsenal coming forward, racing down the centre. Eventually he's coming towards the edge of the box here. Odegaard crosses it in. It's headed away by Newcastle. Arsenal win it back on this near side. And Jamie's saying, what a game. Arsenal coming again here from that far side, looking to get some space. Newcastle pressing well to try and win it back on that far side. Crossed into the box. That's gone wide. Johnny is saying, I don't know much about it, to be fair, Gaz, but the Premier League themselves organise the what? Organise the FFP. So we already know it's fucked up. Yeah, corrupt or corrupt to the core. Yeah, very true, mate. Very true. Good point. Yeah, I like that. But yeah, that FFP for me, it's not working. It is not working. Did you guys know that apparently in Liverpool this summer, if they wanted to, they could spend almost £500 million on transfers and still not breach FFP rules because they haven't been spending money much in the last 2-3 seasons. And plus, I'm not saying they haven't spent money at all, but they haven't spent like stupidly. And plus, obviously, because they've been winning things and having success, they've been getting really good income. So yeah, that's what I heard it on Sky Sports. Apparently, they could spend almost £500 million this transfer window if they wanted to, and still not be in breach of FFP rules. But yet, Newcastle are struggling to spend 150 million at the moment without breaching the rules. It's crazy, isn't it? Now the ball worked forward on this near side. That's deflected out of play. Apparently Arsenal are now up to spending, are close to spending now around over £200 million after signing that striker yesterday. Now Newcastle coming forward on that far side. It's played into the middle here. Still with the possession. It's eventually worked back out wide on that far side. Now the ball crossed in as it goes past everybody. Comes out to this near side. Both sets of players trying to get to it there. Newcastle come away with it. Now Newcastle playing it back into the box. Playing the 1-2. Oh, they've gifted possession back to Arsenal there. And Arsenal knocked the ball long down the field. It's one back. As Arsenal come to press the ball. Newcastle just playing it back to the goalkeeper. Johnny is saying, I'm not judging him yet. Just my thoughts. I could be absolutely wrong. Well, massive respect to you, Johnny. I love that, mate. Respect for sharing your thoughts, but also respect to you for showing that humbleness to acknowledge that it's just your opinion and it could go the opposite way. But I love that, mate. Respect to you for your honesty. That's football, mate. It's all about opinions, but you make a good point. We've seen many players come for big transfers and not not reached their potential. Just look at Coutinho, on fire at Liverpool, moved to Barcelona for £140 million and couldn't replicate that form. Although I did feel for Coutinho because Barcelona didn't play him in the same way that Liverpool did, which they wanted him to play in more of a structured formation, which didn't suit Coutinho's style of play. But the point is that there was a perfect example of a club playing stupid money for a player, and the player didn't rise to the challenge. So, yep, Johnny makes a great point. We'll have to see how Wertzer gets on. Jamie is saying, is VAR in pre-season fixtures? Some of them. I think it's in some of them, Jamie, but not all of them, obviously. Johnny's saying, don't think so. Like I said, I think it's only in some but selected games, but I haven't seen. I'm sure I've seen one game in pre-season that's had VAR in it. Now, the ball with Newcastle, but there isn't much need for it, is there, really, in pre-season games, to be honest? Because pre-season games are all about getting the teams ready. Newcastle now coming forward down this near side, quickly playing it up towards the edge of the box. Ball crossed in. Oh, it's headed wide. Well, that was a decent effort there by Newcastle, almost grabbing a third goal. And well, he's actually lucky to not got caught offside there. Scoreline Updates is with us. How you doing, mate? Welcome to the show. Scoreline Updates. Hope you're well, mate. Pleasure to have you with us. Welcome to the show. Scoreline Update saying, hello. The Gunners will finish second again, and the barcodes will scan in at fourth. The barcodes? Oh, you mean Newcastle? That's one way to put it. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Declan Rice coming on here for Arsenal as Mikel Merino going off. Don't forget, guys, if you're just joining us, please do hit the like button if you could. And thank you very much if you have already. Appreciate the support, guys. Now, Newcastle coming again here. Working the ball forward down the centre. Played up towards the edge of the box here. Ball crossed in. Both sets of players trying to head it on there, but eventually it goes past everybody, comes out to that far side. Arsenal trying to get on the attack there, but they've stopped the play as we've got an Arsenal player down in the box here. Jamie's saying, Johnny, so true. Thank you, Jamie. Jamie's saying, hello, scoreline updates. Hope you're well, pal. Thank you, Jamie. And Johnny is saying, that's a disgrace. FFSA, thank you, Johnny. Yeah. Johnny is saying, just out of interest, is Isaac playing today? No, he's not even in the country, mate. He's been left back in the UK. I'm surprised you've not heard about that. It's been on the news all week that Newcastle left him back in Newcastle because he's saying that he's got a thigh injury, but it's not a thigh injury. It's come out that the player has actually made it known to Newcastle that he wants to explore his options in the transfer window. So Newcastle decided not to take him on the tour because they felt he wasn't in the right place in his head. Sven Botman coming off here for Newcastle, and Ashby coming on. So no, they not took him on the tour, Johnny. He's still in Newcastle. Jamie is saying, is Liverpool in index though? Index? Sorry, Jamie, I'm not quite following you there, mate. Is Liverpool in index? Now the ball with the goalkeeper as he knocks it down the field out to that far side. It's headed on. Both sets of players trying to win it here as Arsenal come away with it. Now Arsenal charging towards the Newcastle box. Shot comes in. Goalkeeper makes the save. and deflects it wide. Good effort there by Arsenal, straight down the middle. That was a really good save from Pope. So corner on this near side. Ball whipped into the box, headed away. Comes outside the box as Arsenal try and get the shot off there, but it's blocked off, and the ball eventually knocked back down the field by Arsenal as it goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper's come out to intercept it here. Now the ball chipped out wide on that far side. It's headed on. Arsenal now coming away with it. It's played into the middle. Arsenal with a shot from distance. Goalkeeper again with a fantastic save. He's really good at making saves, Pope Pinny, from distance. Newcastle trying to get on the attack on that far side, brought down, and the referee blows for the foul. Johnny is saying another example is the legend that is George Best. When he moved to Fulham, he managed 8 goals in about 50 appearances, which is good for the amount of shit he took, by the way. But compare that to his days at United. Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, George Best a bit before my time, but yeah, absolutely. You make a good point. Like I say, Johnny, I'm sure we could think of quite a few of top player examples of players that have moved to big clubs or made big moves, and it hasn't quite worked out for them. But yeah, that's a good example, Johnny. Now, Newcastle coming forward on that far side. Sean Never coming on for Newcastle. William Ozil going off. Azula, sorry, going off. Now Newcastle playing the ball into the middle. Now switching the play out to this near side. Played forward, ball crossed into the box, knocked away, and Newcastle pick it up outside the box, getting the shot off there, but it's blocked off, and the ball deflects out to that far side. Now Arsenal knocking it long up the field as Newcastle regain the possession on the halfway line. If you're just joining us, guys, please do hit the like button if you could. And thank you very much if you have already. Appreciate the support. We're on 74 minutes gone. It's Arsenal 2, Newcastle 2. Now Newcastle playing it out wide on this near side. He's come towards the edge of the box here, just playing it forward. Arsenal trying to challenge. Newcastle still with the possession, looking for some space to try and cross it in, but forced to cut it back eventually as they now try to come forward down the centre. Eventually it's worked out wide on that far side. And eventually Newcastle playing it all the way back to their centre-backs just inside their own half. Now the ball chipped over the top, trying to get in behind the Arsenal defence, but just caught offside there. Flag's gone up. And another substitution coming here. Scoreline update is saying relegated Burnley and Sunderland will spend 4 seasons in the Premier League. Summer, autumn, winter, spring, then back to the Championship. Well, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. You're entitled to your opinion. I hope the clubs coming up do give a better account of themselves this season. So, Harmond, stupid thing. It comes up too quick. Sorry, guys. Substitutions here. Coming for Arsenal. So it was Havertz has gone off. Martinelli coming on. Saka has gone off. Dowman going on. Marino coming off. And Declan Reese coming on. Substitutions for Newcastle. Botman coming off. Ashby coming on. Pope coming off. Ruddy coming on. Usula coming off. And Niev coming on. So both teams making 3 substitutions there. We've got 2 more coming here for Arsenal. I think it's 2 more or possibly 3. Leonard Trossard coming off, and it is Harriman Anaus coming on. Lewis Skelly coming off, and Zinchenko coming on. And another substitution for Arsenal is Nordegaard coming on, and Zubim, how do you pronounce his name? Martin Zubimende coming on. It's all I know his name. It just when you're trying to read it, it doesn't. It's not easy to read. Jamie's saying in debt. Who's in debt? Oh, is Liverpool in debt? No, not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of. Jamie is saying, Johnny, yep, so true, mate. Thank you, Jamie. And Johnny is saying, George Best will forever be the best for me. All the Ronalds, all this Ronaldo and Messi talk, absolutely not. Yeah, well, I've always said, Johnny, I don't think there is a best player in the world because there's been too many great players. And when you make comparisons of Messi and Ronaldo, against players like George Best, there's just no comparison because of how you imagine Ronaldo playing back in the 60s with the tackles that George Best had to endure. I don't think Ronaldo would be still playing as long as he's been able to play today in the modern day back in the 60s because he'd have probably been retired earlier because of the amount of injuries he picked up through the challenges. Because it was a bit, let's be honest, in my opinion, back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, football was a little bit more rough and ready. You had to be manly and take the challenges. These days, the game's gone soft. A little bit of a contact and players go down. Johnny is with a thumbs up to Jamie. Now the ball worked out wide on that far side. That's Arsenal trying to come again here. It's just cut back, playing it back to their centre backs and eventually all the way back to the goalkeeper. Oh, he's played it forward there. And Newcastle intercepted. Newcastle with a shot. They've seen the goalkeeper off the line and decided to take a pot shot there. That opportunity coming from a mistake from the goalkeeper. Jamie's saying, I'm not a fan of Ronaldo. Go on his ass for nothing and crying when a club wins something. Sometimes cries when he doesn't win something. But yeah, you make a good point, Jamie. He's a good player. Don't get me wrong. I respect him for his talent and his skill, and I respect him for some of the stuff that he's done off the field with charity work and stuff. But as you say, he goes down too easy for my liking. I've always said that. And he certainly is happy to cheat to try and get an advantage, as we've seen in many Champions League games. Johnny is saying, you're right. Back in the day, if you didn't get up, someone would kick the living shit out of you. Yeah. That's very true, mate. And Johnny's saying 80s was the best. Let's be honest. I'm not going to argue with that one, mate. Especially being an 80s kid myself. Now Arsenal with the possession. It's knocked long down the field. Intercepted by Newcastle. Arsenal challenge for it there. It's gone out of play on this near side of the field. We're into the last 10 minutes, guys. Arsenal now with a throw-in. Coming forward. Racing towards the edge of the box. Martinelli here taking it to the byline. Ball crossed in. As it goes past everybody. Now Newcastle picking up the loose ball. Racing out wide on that far side. Just cutting it back there under pressure as Newcastle, as Arsenal trying to challenge for it. Newcastle now just playing it back to the edge of their own box. Scoreline update saying looks like Germany did England a favour. Spain carry few painful knocks and niggling injuries. Are you talking about the women's game there? Scoreline update. I'm not sure if you're talking about the women's game there. Jamie saying, Johnny, that the old school football 80s are the best. Yeah. Yeah, definitely the old school football back then. Now the ball on this near side. Newcastle coming away with it. Newcastle just cutting it back there, playing it back into the middle. Arsenal coming to press the ball. Newcastle now looking for space. It's eventually worked out to this near side as Arsenal can keep the press on here, forcing Newcastle to play it back to the goalkeeper. Ball knocked out of play on this near side. That's going to be a throw-in. Throwing now for Arsenal on this near side of the field. Midway inside the Newcastle half. Arsenal just cutting it back there to the halfway line. We will be having penalties if it stays like this, guys. So, ball played into the box here. Oh, there's a foul. And Arsenal have won a penalty here. Arsenal with the penalty. And Odegaard is going to take it. So Odegaard to take the penalty. Oh, he scored it as Arsenal to retake the lead. Odegaard from the penalty spot. Arsenal 3, Newcastle 2, 85 minutes on the clock. Now Newcastle, can they respond? Johnny is saying Everton fans will miss Goodison a lot this season. Their new ground reminds me of the Bundesliga sort of ground. It's very steep, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think. I've got to be honest, Johnny. I think Everton are going to have a tough time in their new stadium. I do. I don't know what. If you know one thing, when for some reason, whenever a club moves into a new stadium, there always seems to be a honeymoon period of where they take a while to settle in. Um, and for some reason, other teams that come to that ground rise to the challenge because they want to win. Um, want to win at that new stadium. So I think Everton will have a tough season at their new ground. In fact, I think they've got a couple of a tough few seasons ahead, to be honest, because obviously spending all that money on their new stadium is going to have an impact on their finances, being able to compete in the transfer window. So I think Everton fans are going to be having a tough couple of seasons, to be honest. It's going to be an interesting one to watch. But yeah, like I say, whenever you've seen a club move into a new ground, normally the first season that they're in it, they have a spell where they just can't seem to get their rhythm going. I don't know whether it's because teams raise their game coming because they're coming playing in a brand new stadium they've never played in before. I don't know whether that's an impact on it or whether it's just the change of environment and players take a while to adjust to the expectation of being obviously expected to win in the new stadium. I don't know. We'll have to. That's something that could be analysed. But I do know this: that one thing I have evidence that I have seen is that clubs that do move to new stadiums normally have a spell where they struggle. Scoreline updates is saying I got football. I got football book from 1958, and that football was a lot better in the 1930s. Yeah, it was more competitive, more fair, less namby pamby stuff. So yeah, you make a good point. Scoreline updates. It was a bit more mature, shall we say, back then. Jamie is saying, hear about Goodison. It's going for the women's Everton football ground. Yeah, I did hear that myself, but I don't think that it might be used like that for a while. But I can't see that sticking because of the cost of having two football stadiums. I think the cost of having two football stadiums. Maybe Everton will keep that, but I can see them knocking down some of the stands and maybe reducing the capacity of the stadium so that they can sell off some of the land surrounding Goodison Park to obviously improve their income. Ball crossed in here. Newcastle with a shot! And it's tipped over the top of the crossbar. Well, Kepper with a good save there. Jamie is saying, I hear about Goodison. Yeah, I read that, didn't I? So that's going to be a corner to Newcastle. Johnny's saying, I think they do penalties no matter the score in these friendlies. Some of them they have been doing that, but I did hear that this would only have penalties if it was a draw. So we'll have to wait and see when the full-time whistle goes. But corner on this near side now for Newcastle. Ball crossed in. It's deep. Goes past everybody. As Newcastle get the possession back on that far side. Arsenal trying to challenge. It's cut back. 4 minutes added on. Ball crossed in here. It's headed away. Comes out to this near side. Now Newcastle picking up the possession again here. As they get the shot off from outside the box, but the goalkeeper makes a comfortable save. Johnny's saying, is it, Jamie? Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard that about the Goodison being used for the ladies' game. But I don't know if it'll stick because, like I say, it's the cost of keeping two stadiums, isn't it? Jamie saying, Johnny, I hear about it, mate. Thank you, Jamie. Jamie also saying, I'm so happy. I've been to Goodison before. Cool. And Johnny saying, not so sure about Moyes at Everton too. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Obviously, his honeymoon period is over now for his second spell at Goodison. We'll see how he gets on next season when he's got a full season in charge. And the expectation is higher with moving to a new stadium as well. So another corner on this near side now for Newcastle. Ball crossed in. It's deep. Comes out to that far side. Newcastle now trying to get the cross in here. It's cut back slightly. Now the ball whipped into the box, headed up into the air by Arsenal. Comes out to this near side. Newcastle regain the possession. Now Newcastle coming towards the edge of the box here. Shot comes in. Goalkeeper makes the save. Jamie is Johnny is saying, Jamie, I'm raging. I had the chance to go, and I decided to go to Anfield instead. I really regret it now. I'm sorry to hear that, Johnny. Ball knocked down the field. Johnny is saying, Jamie's saying, Johnny, why, mate? Johnny saying, I was in Liverpool for whatever reason, and I don't know why I didn't go for Goodison, pal. As I said, really regret it now. Not to worry, mate. Not to worry. These things happen sometimes. That's life in it. Probably you didn't expect years later it would be shut down because there was a point at one point Anfield was talking about being moved as well, wasn't there? So if you'd have gone to Goodison, it probably would have been Anfield that moved. So I wouldn't beat yourself up too much about it, mate. It's just one of those things. Now Arsenal with the possession on the halfway line. It's chipped forward. Newcastle heading it away. Referee blows for a foul there. Free kick to Newcastle. Now Arsenal on that far side, intercepting the ball. Now racing forward, quickly moving up towards the edge of the box here. Ball crossed in. Headed on by Martinelli as he cushions it down. And now Arsenal whip it into the box. It's knocked away. Reece trying to get the shot off there, but Newcastle managed to block it off and now come away with it. Now Newcastle trying to get on the attack. It's worked out towards this near side as Arsenal try and challenge for it. Newcastle just managing to retain. It's played back into the middle. It's played out to that far side. Scoreline update saying, just think if Everton stay at Anfield, Liverpool fan would now be supporting Liverpool in red, 21 league titles instead of 20. Yeah, that's one way to look at it, I suppose, mate. Yeah. Martinelli down in the box here. And there goes the full-time whistle. And it has finished. Arsenal 3, Newcastle 2. Let's have a look at the full-time match stats. Oh, I just pressed the wrong one. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Trying to get rid of that. So here's how the game has gone in numbers, guys. Total shots, 15 for Arsenal, 13 for Newcastle. Shots on target, 7 for Arsenal, 6 for Newcastle. Possession, 49% for Arsenal, 51% for Newcastle. Passes, 357 for Arsenal, 358 for Newcastle. Pass accuracy, 81% for Arsenal, 85% for Newcastle, 81% for Arsenal. Fouls, 9 apiece. Yellow cards, 1 apiece. Red cards, none. Offsides, 4 for Arsenal, 1 for Newcastle. And corners, 6 for Arsenal, 2 for Newcastle. So there you go, guys. Johnny saying, well, it's not really how it works out, but yep. Thank you, Johnny. Dave is with us. How you doing, Dave? Welcome to the show, mate. Hope you're well, and a pleasure to have you with us, although we're just about to wrap it up now. But welcome to the show, Dave. Appreciate you dropping in, mate. Hope you're well, and hope the family's good. Welcome to the show. Dave saying, afternoon, guys, Stevie and all. Not sure how long I'll be in the chat for, as phone is being an ass today. Hope all is okay with everyone. No worries, Dave. Sorry to hear you're having phone problems, mate. Dave, you're not the only one. Jamie is having internet problems since yesterday, so looks like it's technical gremlin weekend. Johnny is saying, all right, Mr. Dave, welcome to Fandom. Thank you, Johnny. Dave is saying, all right, Johnny, mate. Thank you, Dave. And Johnny is saying, are you Dave, mate? Yeah, it's the Dave that you know that's a regular fan, then. He's just changed his account name slightly. Scoreline update saying been to Goodison Park many times with the Iron Mix bag of results. A lot of better than Anfield all defeats. With the Irons, that mean West Ham. I'm presuming mixed bag of results. A lot better than Anfield all defeats. Well, that's hopefully you guys can change that around. When you've got all defeats at a particular ground, that's an invitation to try and obviously stop the rot, so to speak. But surely at some point you've got to get the result the other way. At some point, mate. Jamie saying, Johnny, I never been to it. Anfield? You mean Anfield? I love to go for a big game. Yeah, why not? Yeah, I've been to Anfield. Dave is saying, yes, bro. Yeah, I've been to Anfield when I was younger. Johnny's saying, haha. Thumbs up. Jamie's saying, hey up, Dave. Hope you doing well, mate, and a family pal. Thank you, Jamie. And Johnny's saying, you doing any other games, pal? As far as I know, there's only one other game on today. To be fair, that I'm aware of. I'll just double check, but I know I did look yesterday. But yeah, as far as I know, there is only one other game on today, and that's in Scotland. Yep, St Mirren v Ayr United playing at 3:00 in the Scottish League Cup group stage. Obviously, there's the England women's Spain game, but that's easy to access for you guys on terrestrial TV. So I don't normally bother too much with games on terrestrial TV. Scoreline is saying, stupid post I saw in the chat. Could you imagine Everton with the title at Anfield? To be honest, mate, Everton will be lucky if they stay up for the next couple of seasons. The way they've been over the last few years, they've been in relegation form, mate. So any Everton fans thinking they're going to win the league win the league are a bit deluding themselves because, let's be honest, Everton's form in the last few seasons, they've been quite lucky to stay up, mate. Let's be honest. They've been in relegation form for what, 5 seasons now, flirting with relegation. So yeah, I would take no notice of that, to be fair, scoreline, mate. Dave is saying, thanks, guys. Just back from work. Hope you and Becky are well. Yeah, we're doing okay. Thank you, Dave. Thank you for asking, mate. Hope you've had a good day at work. Thank you for dropping in, mate. Hope you have a good rest of your Sunday. Top man. Thank you, Dave. Jamie is saying, great live again, guys, mate. Take care, pal. And take care, Becky. Thank you, Jamie. Been a pleasure having you involved, mate. Hope you managed to get the internet sorted out. Best wishes to you and Megan, mate. Stay safe and well. Look after yourself. And catch up with you on the next one if you're not too busy. Stay safe, mate. All the best, Jamie. And hope you have a good week ahead, mate. Take care. Jamie's saying, take care, everyone. Thank you, Jamie. Johnny's saying, all the best, everyone. See you later. Thank you, Johnny. Best wishes to you as well, mate. Best wishes to your family. Hope you have a good rest of the week, mate. Stay safe. Oh, good week ahead, shall we say, because we're going into a new week, aren't we? So, yep, thank you for being with us, Johnny. Been a pleasure having you involved. And as I say, hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday and have a good week ahead, mate. Best wishes to the family as well. Stay safe and well, mate. Jamie's saying, take care, Dave, mate. Hope you're well, pal, and family. Thank you, Jamie. And Jamie's saying, take care, Johnny, mate. Thank you, Jamie. Loving the positive vibes. And Dave saying, thanks, guys. Take care. Thank you, Dave. And Dave also saying, same to you, JW. Awesome. Loving the positive vibes. And Johnny saying, cheers, Jamie, pal. Awesome. And Dave saying, take care, Johnny, mate. Top man. Thank you, Dave. And Johnny also saying, take care, Dave. Awesome. You guys, absolutely class, as always. Don't forget, please do hit the like before you leave if you haven't already, guys. And thank you very much if you have. That's it from me, guys. Unfortunately, as I said, there's only really two other games today. One is the international game for the ladies, but that's on terrestrial TV, easy for you guys to access. And as I say, one game up in Scotland as well, but I don't think that'll be very popular. Yep, I'll try and get back on in the next couple of days where I kind of got a lot going on at the moment, which is why I haven't been streaming as intensely as I normally do. I've just got a lot going on in the background that I'm trying to get through. There is some more games tomorrow, so I'll see if I can get on tomorrow if possible, but I can't promise all. I'm at the mercy of these pre-season friendlies because they're being played on so many different channels around the world, so it's not making it easy for me to find the games. Scoreline updates saying West Ham did win at Anfield in 2015 3-0, but I couldn't make the trip. Ain't that just the way? Yep, that's just the way, mate. That's just the way. Right, so time for me to wrap it up here, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Hopefully catch you guys on the next stream. Look after yourselves. Stay safe and well out there. And I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.